you later, nerds. What the f just happened? What the f just happened?
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
毁天灭地，nice！毁天灭地，nice！
Holy moly! Holy moly!
Series number 2 of the day here for ESL 1 Thailand. We're coming at you live here from the Malaysia studios. Seeking Strike, and joining me at my side is Winter. Looking forward to the second series personally. It's been a long time since we've seen EG.ABED in action, at least 3-4 months since he was last able to play in NA. So it's good to see him back in C after a little bit of a time in NA, sightseeing, eating the burgers.
Burgers.
Well, you know, that's what I
We have burgers here,
burgers and Mexican food. That's what he's been doing.
There's still Mexican food inside.
There is. We're gonna have to go and test it out eventually. But it's gonna be cool to see him back. GeekFam, one of the many SEA teams that are gonna be shuffling around their rosters.
He's playing carry, right?
He is, yeah. He's gonna be on the carry.
Naga.
What is this? It's a mid lane faces Void, by the way.
Are they trying to dodge? What lane are they trying to dodge? So he doesn't want to lane against what? The Mirana lane? I guess he's trying to dodge. No, he's trying to dodge the Vino lane. Yeah, because there's a Void, you don't want to lane against Vino.
Yeah, okay, so a bit of musical lanes here. Generally, the point of musical lanes is to run around as much as you can until you TP. The person who TPs first is the loser. Because then you have to walk.
30 seconds.
Not if you're Chen. Chen can recall you.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. That's a good point. Not if you have a Chen, because Chen can recall you. So that's going to be a big leg up, and generally is a pretty big difference maker in terms of the experience gain early on. Classic Chen build, just lots of regen, starting off with the headdress. We're probably going to see
Fairy Fire. That's the classic item for Chen.
Fairy Fires.
I remember watching Puppy's Chen and he had like 3 or 4 Fairy Fires.
They're just
The
good
battle
items, man.
begins.
As I'm not sure if they've quite scouted the cores here yet, GeekFam. How should they respond, if at all?
Just happened.
I don't think they can move. They're against a Chen. They probably could move the supports, but I think that's about it. So they're going for aggressive tri-lane.
You have learned nothing.
Was it the Mirana? Yeah, the Mirana. Naga's mid against the Void. That's a pretty good lane for him. No, Mirana's actually mid. So Naga's walking bot.
I think the Mirana is probably going to be not the best person to put against the Void this lane, right? But I think it's going to be a close second, right? Just can, there you go, get a nice little high five.
I don't think he can bully the Void in lane, but it's more about like playing with, it's the synergy with the heroes, right? They have the song into the arrow, they have the true and ultimate into the arrow, they have the setups and follow-ups. I'm wondering what the Mirana is going to go this game. I want to see what items does he go for. Does he go for like more damage build, or he goes for like a spellcaster build, like the Aghalim's dagger that we used to see?
Oh, man, I'm surprised that they're giving the Lycan this lane when it was the last pick Lycan. This seems like a very unfun lane.
His best hero. This player is a Lycan specialist. He plays all the like very unconventional carries like Drow, Lycan, all the niche heroes.
Okay,
but Lycan is his best hero.
Did you?
Just doesn't seem to be. They doesn't really have a fun time in any lane this game.
I mean, the thing with the Lycan is like he doesn't really pose a lot of synergy with the Chronosphere.
No.
He's good with the Chen, the rest of the heroes, the Centaur, the Phoenix. They want to push, right? And there's this kind of like team fight heroes around it. But that's they don't really have any stuns, you know, apart from Chrono. If you look, like sure, the Centaur has a stun. If you get a blink, you can initiate. But before that, there's only Chrono. There's nothing.
Yeah.
How are they going to catch this Mirana?
Supernova stun. There you go. There you go, my friend. It's that easy. You just said what the Supernova is. Jeff is just trying to play around with him as much as he can. Good job by Leaf here sticking out of the
you should
nature's
tell your
grasp.
team. We have stuns when you play Ducks here. I vacuum.
I vacuum. That's a stun.
I have shuriken toss.
We saw how well we used it last time. We're used to it.
Sure. Vacuum into a Wraith King stun.
It worked though, did it not? They won the game.
I can't argue with the results.
Yeah, there we go. It is hard to argue with results. Although the one thing I will argue about is that the TI-10, the Sunken Relic, it looks so much like one of the Bounty Hunter track effects, doesn't it? For the newer ones on the Immortal.
You mean the Slaughter? I think it's that.
No, I don't think so. I think it's track, isn't it?
Oh, it's track. Oh, you mean the track? Oh.
Yeah. You see the sunken underneath them, right? They have the whatever the effects.
I'm not a cosmetic person.
Wow, it's like $8,000 though. This cosmetic, and it's like applies permanent track.
I can only think about how many fish I can get.
Fair enough. Lots of was it black-based avatars, right? I remember now. But so far, all's pretty quiet. Marana with a comfortable lead in the mid lane, especially with Deny, 16 and 5.
But looking at what the Lycan can do this game though, like he's really good against Divino. But I say that Phoenix is in a bit of trouble, but he has died.
Yeah.
So the Lycan is, I think he's good against the supports like the Disruptor, the Banner, all these backline heroes. He's very good against that. But he's not great against the Trian Ultimate and the Naga Song. Those are two heroes that are very good against him.
Yeah, definitely. And you said immediately when you walked in and saw the trap. Oh, Naga against a Void.
Good night, Chronosphere.
A big sticking point for you, right? Even if you were to get on the Chronosphere, you still have some pretty good saves. Glimpse, of course, is just incredibly annoying. Marana Arrow forcing you around.
Yeah, I think just overall, GeekFam has a much clearer plan of with the draft, what they want to do, what they have to do, and 4-minute run. So don't think the Void can control the run anymore with him using the jump. So and with Disruptor moving him, control the runs.
The support's right on cue is thank you, Wyman.
You're late, Leonix. You're late.
He's a little bit late, and the rune's actually going to spawn top, so that's going to be cuckoo. No bottle quite yet, so he's going to be unable to refill it there, but he's going to get some pretty good use out of this DD rune for sure.
Wow. Look at the CS. He's 23 and 9 against 16 and 2.
Yeah, I mean,
I actually didn't expect Void to fall that far behind. Because I thought the lane was still okay for him.
It's not that fun, right? Because Marana, her right clicks they're frequent, but they're not too heavily damaging.
They're tickling you every time.
Exactly. So you're not really incentivized to time walk them off. She's not really going to arrow you because she's mostly arrowing the range creeps every single lane. It's not really such a great time. You know, so especially with what does surprise me, I will say, is the amount of denies. That is surprising.
Personal skill.
Yes. It's going to be the difference here between Cuckoo and Michael. I don't know, the middle lane...
Isn't that Mikkel?
Mikkel, we'll go with Mikkel. It's just, it's tough, because I don't know how you set the tempo as a mid lane face for is he gonna die?
Nothing but my sadness.
Yeah, right? Once every 2 minutes. I mean, I guess the good news is that because it's the face of Void coming to gank a lane, ideally he's ganking a lane that can actually get a kill with him, right? You're gonna be probably ganking top lane, go for a kill, I guess, on the off lane Veno, right? Using Sunray Supernova. It's not ideal, but at least
He's in trouble. Santos in trouble. He went a little too deep. They're trying to get the glimpse. He's stuck. Is there a TP
Radiant's
coming in?
courier has been killed.
No TP.
oh, look at a courier. What the heck is that courier doing there?
Sending his ring, man. He needs his ring. He's a centaur.
Oh yeah, the Ring of Health, right?
Ring of Hell, Tango. Wow, he's having a great old time here with the Chen, you know, amplifying the heal.
Yeah, he really is. 22.5 HP regen is
Your idol falls.
Oh my god, Mirana 79? What is happening?
That's why, like,
What is
I
happening?
mean, the face of Void is just out of the lane now. He doesn't want to get denied on anymore. He might be contesting a bit. Arrow.
How is denying so many against the Void?
Well, just
My Void has more damage.
I'll walk up to the high ground, Cuckoo. Sorry, Carl.
This is actually, I think, just down to the laning mechanic and the skill, you know, personal skill.
Yeah, I do like this, going for the MKB on the bottom, as ganking bottom now is going to be the bottom. Lionex in some trouble. They're going to glimpse him right back in, and he's just going to stand there and take his
Radiant's
lumps.
middle
2
tower
kills
is under
uncontested. Top lane. Question mark. They're going to go for Shaffer, but no stuns here. It's kind of like the classic Bloodseeker counter.
He was going for no points in lane, so he's going for more like a damage trend. I think he built well with his trend as well when he goes for the max Nature's Grasp and the Leech Seed. I remember him playing trend that way. not that conventional, but it works for his team when they're lacking damage.
I think doesn't Puppy tend to play a lot of supports like this with damage over time? Doesn't he choose to max those in the lanes like AA? He likes max cold feet, for example.
Yeah, but for Trian, when you play him as a support, it depends. If it's a pulse 5, usually you go with the armor and you just play the dead lane, delay the game.
Delay the game, get a meteor hammer, heal the towers.
Yeah, that's it's basically a disgusting job, but it wins you the game.
Of course, yeah.
Dyer's top
It
tower
ain't pretty.
is under
It's not
attack.
much, but it's honest work, right? It's honest work.
It's, again, all we care is the results, whether you get the W, whether you get the win.
My goodness, that's such it's a very respectably timed Vanguard. I suppose there's no other items on top of that, right? Not even boots or even a...
I mean, he's laning against Naga. Naga can't do much to him, so he's just free farming and he has a chance to back him up. If it's not fed, I don't know. What is he doing in the lane? Because he's supposed to be fed here. And this game, I kind of feel like maybe he has to take up some mantle of doing damage, because I feel like the Lycan and Void might not be enough, because there's all this counter towards the Chrono. That's the Trian ultimate, there's this song. So I think the Centaur also has to carry some weight in terms of doing damage later. And against a Naga, getting Radiance on Centaur will be good.
There we go. Necrobook 1 already completed for Lycan. Know that the item is not that good anymore. I'm just kidding. It's a good item. Such a good Lycan.
The Wolfman.
On the one. My team. Yeah, there goes the Stampede. My pro running away and probably screaming in pain. Arrow? Oh, nearly catches with my bro. I don't know if he's going to be able to TP out now.
Why is he not
Radiant's bottom tower
trying
is
to
under
TP?
attack.
Yeah, don't stop. Like, he's a level 3 disruptor.
You know what? You are correct. There are no stuns.
Radiant
Once he saw the
structures
arrow,
are
he could actually
fortified.
TP.
Did he see the arrow?
Dyer's
though?
middle
he
tower
dodged
is
the
under
arrow.
attack.
I don't know if he dodged the arrow. I think he just
Invisibility.
misclicked and his pathing
Dyer's
messed up and he wasn't able to get out of the way, to be
fortified.
honest.
Yeah, but it's
Dyer's top
really
tower
big kill for
is
them as a
under
Centaur
attack.
is farm.
Yeah, it is, regardless.
And now Trian is doing his job, but he doesn't have lane armor to be lane. That's
Radiant's
going for
bottom
this.
tower is under
You do
attack.
more damage in the lane, but it
Dyer's
doesn't allow
top
you to
tower
be that
is under
disgusting.
attack.
I think the most
Dyer's
disgusting
top
Trian
tower
I've seen
has
is
fallen.
Ice. Like the way he plays the Trian, like how he delays the game for his carry. Like he would voluntarily sacrifice his life to clear out quick waves with his ultimate, so that you don't kill the towers as quickly.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
Have you seen his games?
I'm not, no. I think I'm gonna have to. That does sound pretty disgusting.
Like, you can't do anything to him. He just
Radiant's
kills the
middle
crew. Yeah, sure, he
tower
gives
is
up
under
his one for
attack.
that, but he delays the push for like a good 30 seconds to 1 minute, and the carry is farming a 2 wave of creeps.
Rebuild, start off for Arcana. No, just a little clarity.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the Aghanim, but I forgot how good it is on heroes like Mirana and Windrunner that I've seen recently in Tough Luck. A lot of players have been rushing the MKB. And even I've seen it on the Pangolier as well.
Yeah. It's just, oh wow, nice.
That's the arrow. Really strong, like, nice combo.
Yeah,
The arrow.
that's not a very easy one.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long stun they needed against the Phoenix, right? They only need
Especially if
that
it's a near one. Near one is harder to time compared to the longest waves. Further away.
Yeah, definitely, because it's got a travel time that projectile.
Yeah, so you can target.
Dire
Yeah,
are
that was
scanning.
impressive.
The one that's point blank is a lot harder to land.
It is. It's because it's the glimpse takes forever to get there.
He is in a dead lane. If he doesn't run, he's going to die.
I think he's gonna recognize it. Yep, going for the TP out this time. Has the Stampede, and look at that. They're wrapping around the Chen from behind, placing a deep ward here. Carl backing off.
Oh, that's a nice spot.
Yeah, it is. For 2 then completed. I was gonna ask.
Recalling something.
Take her.
Who is he?
The Lycan?
Is he? Yes.
The Lycan.
Okay, there you go.
Surprise!
With the shapeshift. Hello, there's a wolf in the trees now,
Dyer's
and we
middle
have
tower is
detection
under attack.
everywhere. Why, man? He's got nowhere to run. Down he goes. Carl's gonna watch his ally down. He goes, oh, you know what? They actually have detection here. I'm gonna have to walk away. Jeffer, walking on through, does have a point of where's the follow-up? There we go. Immediately into the supernova, ticking down here.
Dyer's middle tower is under
Time,
attack.
absolutely.
Very nice by Zephyr there.
Surprised they even went for it because they had
Dyer's
eyes
middle
on the
tower
train
has
protector. You
fallen.
must
Yeah,
have known.
they saw him, right?
100% they saw him. Maybe they were just expecting the supernova to do a bit more damage. Not too sure.
That was very, very strange. But they get the tower. And immediately Dire smokes because they know the combo is down.
Right underneath a ward, then they must know that there's vision there because they know there's at least a sentry, right? So we'll see if they can catch anyone here, or if if question mark by Hashtag are able to punish them. No, instead they're going to get the glimpse. It's that boy, though. Doesn't have that much magic resist. The sun ray from behind.
You would think that they saw
Radiant's bottom
That's what I'm
tower
saying.
is under attack.
Right? Like, it was right under the ward.
he wasn't even.
They just see, he
Felt
seemed
like he was afraid.
he seemed so surprised, didn't he?
like what?
How could they see me
Radiant
here?
structures are
Oh,
fortified.
there it goes.
Again, that was a very, very big kill again on the center.
Yeah, another big kill.
Like, and I said that the
Radiant's
center
middle
actually has a
tower is
pretty
under
important
attack.
role in this game because of the way the draft is set up. He might have to put in some weight in terms of doing damage later in the game. It's not like the game where you can just play center just take a damage.
Jeffers getting owned by this tornado, by the way. Knocked him down to half HP. EF5 tornado. Jeffers down to half HP just from the tornado alone. That's hilarious. My favorite ability.
Tower denied.
Radiant's
Gonna
middle
offer it, but
tower
not when I'm
has
gonna get it.
fallen.
Cuckoo said, "No, look at this. He's really setting up the toll booth there. You want to cross?
What kind of game is this? Venom Ward's Trian? At least the Trian doesn't have the armor build. If not, it would be so disgusting.
Yeah. It's pretty tough here. It's not going to get much easier. I mean, this is weird. If you're going to do something a bit freaky, like a mid-lane face, do you need to go for like a different build? Because he's going for the Mask of Man.
Yeah, but what else would you go? You need to do damage.
That's what I guess, yeah, you just need damage. You need...
And you don't have the agonyms to reduce cooldown on a corner anymore to play around
No,
the corner.
no,
So
no.
either way, the way you build board is just get damage and be a carry.
The mechanism already done.
The agonyms is cool though. I like the new agonyms.
I do like the agonyms. It's how do you feel about it being a counter to illusion-based heroes, actually? Let's talk about that since we do have one.
It's good. Like, maybe not first or second item, but it's good. A good, like, I think a third or fourth item. And the talent, where you get the, the bash duration.
Mhm.
I think that would be... sorry, the Tamlock damage, the bash damage, not duration, sorry.
Really?
And the cooldown, if you want to do that build, I think that's pretty
The win rate on the time walk distance is actually much better. Of course, that's something valid about the hero.
I know, it gives you a lot more flexibility to do in terms of having to move around in a team fight. And overall, it just helps you more as a hero.
Definitely.
The bad damage is like, wow, I actually rarely see people take that.
Me neither. I was a bit surprised. 55 damage. That's not an insignificant amount, but nope. It's almost over.
And look at what Cuckoo is doing, he's just like cutting the waves and just making sure that the Naga can keep farming. And look at how big of a map right now. Like, huge portion of the map, like 75% of Trian's playing the dead lane. Naga's farming the, taking a safest farm.
Yeah, we haven't seen Abed. Where is Abed even? Where is he farming? Missing Abed? Let's see. Is he back to... Oh, there he is. Soundly done. Very respectable farm.
Yeah, but at some point they're gonna have to take a team fight with the song.
Yeah.
Into the disruptor ultimate.
But I mean, that's not a problem, right? That's like saying essentially, eventually, Abed's gonna have to get the last hit.
At the same time, you have to consider that.
Oh,
wait, never
speaking
mind.
of Static
Dire's
Storm,
top
they're
tower
just
is
gonna...
under
fine.
attack.
Yeah,
Radiant's
I
middle
think
tower
he
is under
now has
attack.
completed headdress, I think, on top of that. So I think that, yeah,
The hood?
hood of Defiance, thank you. So they're definitely not going to be able to kill him now.
Yeah, but the thing with the Naga against
Dire
the
are scanning.
Chronosphere is like neither one wants to be the first one to pull the trigger. If you pull your Chrono first, then the song is easily killed. But then again, you don't also want to use your song to set up for the disruptor ultimate, because then he can come in and clone on the back line after. So it's like a pretty...
Or you can BKB and Chrono you.
Yeah, so it's like a pretty tricky situation to deal with.
That's why, I think try for this. Now they're just calling in the supports to maybe get some D-warding. That's why I kind of like the time walk distance, because you can BKB from nice and far away, time walk to close the gap and get in range and maybe Chrono.
It just gives you more options in the game fight.
Definitely.
On how you can play, on your positioning. But Void is
Wow, a holy locket being queued up by Phoenix.
Chen?
No,
Oh,
Phoenix.
They have a lot of
Dire's
skills.
top tower
do,
is
but
under
they also have a
attack.
Chen. Feels like it would be
Dire's
much better
structures
built
are
on the
fortified.
Chen.
And you want the Phoenix
Radiant's
to go for more
bottom
damage, right? More
tower is
carry.
under
Oh,
attack.
Wow, they're actually gonna TP out
like a meteor hammer on the
Dire's
Phoenix.
top
Right?
tower is under attack.
You think? I mean, I guess if
It's a pretty
you're...
common item on Phoenix in pubs.
It kind of is, yeah. I'm not completely against it. You know, I see the use of
Why are
it.
you just hopping about how hammer?
Well, no, that's different. That's
Dire's
on
top tower
Invoker,
is
you know,
falling.
Boss Wex Invoker. That's the top of the meme build, you know.
Is it a meme build?
It is, because he literally has no defensive items if you do that. It's great. It's the pure...
I believe it.
It's the pure, I'm stomping you, and...
Radiant's
I-
bottom
It comes to
tower
Lycan
is
at the
under
center,
attack.
and then trying to pressure. But they have Trian armor, they have Venom to delay the game.
Yeah. Even though it's only level 2 nature armor. They'll send in a few Naga illusions to clear the way. ABED actually nearby. Might
They
we
can
see
song
it?
and he's waiting for the corner.
Heals on the back line. Oh, it's
Wait,
waiting
didn't the Chen actually? Oh, he had no mana to heal.
Oh, that's gonna now TP out in shame. Phoenix should have used that arcane ring though. You never know if that'll give you the mana.
Oh, it's a real Naga, not a fake Naga.
It is a real Naga. ABED just maybe threatening him. Oh, setting up for the arrow. Oh, perfectly predicted there. By Carl to set it up for a kill. I thought it was going to be off by just a few mere meters, but no, on the money.
Yeah, that was a pretty costly mistake there by the two deaths on their heroes. They still have their spells, so they have to try to find a move soon with the Chrono and the Phoenix ultimate.
Yeah, I just...
Maybe they're not. I feel like they're not fighting a fight, right? The Naga plus like the way the other heroes are positioned, the farming could be the banner, the trend.
Oh, nice control here. There's the Chrono to turn. They have caught the ABED as well. We could see a song coming out here as they have not actually glimpsed back the Phoenix. So all alone is going to be
Radiant's top
Mikael.
tower is under
There they go.
attack.
The Wolf runs and he's going to be running at the back line. Whitemon getting eaten alive here by these Zookeepers. Zephyr next to lead is going to be A-OK. ABED should be totally fine. He's got song and maxes out. No way he dies.
This hero is just so good against Lycan. Either you can ensnare him or you can song the creeps.
Something I don't really like though is actually taking a look at this question mark draft is you have your Stampede and you have
no disable apart from Chrono, like I said.
well that but also like the Stampede doesn't seem as good on the Lycan because he already has an ability that makes him move at max move speed, so it seems kind of wasted.
Counterintuitive.
Right. That's like if you have like a Riki, a Bounty Hunter, another Invis hero, and Mirana. You're like, well, why?
I mean, the idea, I feel like it's more about like laning. They are focused on winning, trying to win the lanes, because Center does well against Naga in the lane. So sometimes you see teams, they prioritize like countering the lanes rather than how well the picks work with their own draft. And usually in like weaker teams, like getting the lane counter, winning your lane is very, it's actually more important than getting a better draft.
Of course, because then it makes the rest of your game strategy easier.
Yeah, it's simpler to play that way. Because not everyone can execute as well as you, even if you pick a counter.
Definitely. Yeah, no, that tracks. Faces Void's picked up a second item. We've got the Necro 3, so now we can have some nice map control. It's not going to be as easy to dodge just because of a Moonlight Shadow. All right.
Radiant's top
So that's
tower
at
is
least
under
a nice
attack.
reflection.
The supports have to be
Radiant
very careful
structures
about
are
this Lycan.
fortified.
Yeah.
I think the trainer has to just wait for the Lycan to root him and the creeps after when he pops his ultimate. That's the only thing that Zephyr needs to really do in the fights, I feel. Because if they drop the Chrono, the Naga can deal with it. They don't have to
Radiant's
drop
top tower
the
is
overgrowth
under
for that.
attack. Radiant's
I
top
don't know,
tower
it kind of
is
feels like
fallen.
I think you can really get away with opening with a Song Arrow combo right onto him, or even a
Yeah,
Song
I mean,
Disruptor.
because they're in such a good position.
Because we saw the overgrowth attempt into
Bot
Naga.
lane, oh no, they're gonna get the Centaur here. They're
Radiant's
gonna see him.
top tower
Could
is
see a
under
big
attack.
overgrowth that is ready.
They're trying to get the
Dire's
runes, but I
bottom
think
tower
Asher
is
should
under
get the
attack.
bottom runes. They have the high ground.
Oh, there goes. Nice interruption there. Oh, he actually still gets the ulti off though. Healing is actually quite insane now. Overgrowth to try and keep him held down. I thought we were going to see a supernova there, but
There's no initiation, apart from Chrono, and there's no Chrono.
deciding against it. Mikael is going to show up a little bit late. Is that now
Dire's bottom tower
full
is under
rocket then on
attack.
lead? Hold that thought. Actually, my 4-0 is going to get dragged back in. I don't know. This is not an easy
Dire's
kill either for
bottom tower
GeekFam though.
has
He's so
fallen.
tanky. They're just gonna chill, waiting for the right moment to fight. Here's the Naga from behind. ABED, what are they gonna go for? More heals coming through. Then onto the faces for dropping the heal, man. Have Carl, but there we go. And here we don't actually have any follow-up immediately for this though, but at least it's gonna save Carl for now. Maybe the static team trying to hold him down. Micro stuck and barely even moved into another venomous cow. Finally we can supernova on. Getting in a bit of a rough spot. Well, he's now between what used to be an Naga and a hard place, and now he's dead.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Has
attack.
nowhere to go.
I mean, you saw how difficult was it for them because they don't have stuns, right? The Chrono was the only spell. Like generally when you look at drafts overall, when you have Chrono, all these big spells, and you want a secondary stun so that the other secondary hero could go in and set up so that you can get a better Chrono. You don't want to open a fight directly with a Chrono. But
No.
in this draft, there's really no other option. They don't have other stuns.
No, you don't have like an initiation. I mean, what's your initiation? Hold on, nice job there. Actually
Radiant's
denying the
middle
boundary
tower
with the
is
wolf.
under attack.
Initially the fight seemed okay with the sun, but then when the storm came in, then it's like, what do we have left? Nothing in the tank.
And now the position is he's losing the position, but he might
that's all he needed to do in a fight.
So like, don't worry about me, guys. If they jump on me, it's totally a non-issue for them here. So they're gonna get Roche. ABED now with AG Stampede running on in to be this little old doggo trying to find himself a fish of Naga Siren. They do have that quick work and the detection is all there. Mikhail probably looking at Chrono Trigger now. The arrow will connect now onto onto him. Oh, they will get the Venom, however, at the very least. ABED continue to match fight here versus the face of Void at 1v1. MyPro helping out there with a little bit of a stun. As there goes the Chen now, so no heals as ABED gets off the song. A little bit of miscommunication there between White Mom, but they did get a very nice two-man static storm. Unfortunately, they're unable to capitalize it, but they will be dragging it right back. ABED, no run! ABED, no, be careful. It's okay. It's all obeying Mikhail. He's gonna have to look that fish right in the eyes as he gets right there.
It's like counting
Yeah, pretty much. Walk towards me. Why don't you?
Why would they want to take the fight? They didn't have Chrono, they didn't have Egg.
No. I mean, they stampede in with shapeshift, and then what? I mean, you literally.
Again.
I think a big sticking point as well. The panel mentioned, what's your initiation here? You run in Chrono, you run in an Egg. Sure, okay, but if you don't have either of those, what do you do? And there's actually to be fair, but I don't know if you can really out-heal all the damage that GeekFam are going to be throwing at you here.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you're gonna have to be able to kill them. There's no point keeping everyone alive, but you don't have anything to kill the enemy. They don't have enough damage right now because none of them can do damage. Because the song counteracts the Chrono, the Overgrowth counteracts the Lighten ultimate with his creeps, and then that leaves like Chen, Phoenix, and Centaur. Phoenix and Chen doesn't really have much room to do damage because there's so many things that can cancel the Sun Ray. There's the arrow, there's the glimpse. It's very hard for him to stand there and dish out damage.
Yeah.
And Centaur is just Centaur. Right now he's just a meat shield. He doesn't do damage.
No, he is. It's so hard for him to get a blink in, of course, because you're against a Venomancer, right? Even if you do get a blink in, your follow-up's not going to be
The
insane.
only way I see them being able to win this game is if the Centaur gets rich enough and he gets Radiance. Like, it goes late, he has hard Radiance, Octarine Shivas, you know, those kind of games so that he can counter it.
Oh, well, this is going to get stalled, though. He gets caught, and he will. Jeff for committing the ulti. ABED's going to walk on over. Look at that, Manta dodging the hook stop. There we go. That's the ABED we've been looking for.
Just
really
what I
tip
need.
off from Cuckoo for that one. Very impressive stuff. Learned that one from our TZ spot. TZ thought of a thing or two about that one. No, but
Radiant's
I guess the
top
good
tower
news
is under
is here's the
attack.
question mark, right? Like,
Radiant structures are
not
fortified.
really, I would say, but I think there's a common school of thinking, which is you really only need one team fight to really capitalize on, right? And you have team fight. It's not really the best here, but you might be able to still piece something together here if you're questioning.
Shadow.
Their draft is not taking the setup blocks. They don't have enough.
Radiant's
stuns.
middle tower is under attack.
Like when you look at the draft, you can't only have, oh, my draft has a lot of team fight, but then if you can't start the fight, how are you going to use your team fight?
Radiant's top
I
tower is
listen, it's
under
hard to
attack.
disagree with you there, right? But
Maybe if the Lycan has like a Centaur, he started with a Helm of Dawn and a Centaur, that would give them an avenue of catching heroes. But he didn't.
Radiant's
He
top
went for
tower
the
is under
Echoed
attack.
Rush.
yeah, it's going to be a problem too now. The Siren MKB up here. Just GeekFam not taking any risk. Up 11k, they can really basically just fight
I like
whenever they
the
please.
discipline.
I do as well. I do as well here. For game one, they're just not wanting to lose a game here. We did see yesterday.
Radiant's middle
was it
tower
Fnatic
is under
actually
attack.
losing, reverse sweeped by the Motivate Trust Gaming. So we've seen some very big upsets because of roster changes, and GeekFam I think are not going to be immune to that.
They have a deep board here. They see what is Radiant doing. They have the whole map
Radiant's
for
middle
themselves.
tower
They've taken
is under
all 3
attack.
lanes, they found all the jungle. Radiant has just like Chrono at +8, but they can't really do anything with it.
Like Carl's got a 4-level advantage over the safe
Radiant's
lane
middle
carry.
tower has fallen.
It's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, you're just sitting and waiting for the enemy to come and you try to win them.
Well, this is the end game. I'm surprised we don't actually have a channel fight for GeekFam. It's a cut vision and just play it really.
It's time to go.
They have. Okay, you're happy with that? 10 seconds EKB. You can go right back in here. You haven't really extended anything at all. Expended rather anything at all.
Radiant's courier
Alex
has
Shepard's
been
placement
killed.
there as the Nature's Grasp as well.
Radiant's
So
bottom
he can be
tower
on
is
cooldown
under
for quite
attack.
some time now. I mean, yeah, he is farmed. I mean,
Daddy, Manta, and Butterfly soon.
You know, it is a, you know, part of me is asking Abed, why don't you just song walk
Radiant's
in and win the
bottom
game?
tower has fallen.
The other part of me goes, you got to be disciplined, right? You can't be letting question mark get any really big kills.
This could be a trial for him, you know.
It could.
Yeah, you don't want to screw it up.
It could be.
Do your best.
Of course, Raven is going to be systematic, so there's an empty spot currently here for fam.
Radiant's
in the
bottom
region,
tower is under
and,
attack.
presumably on low ping. I mean, he's got to be after Manta Dodge, you know, Hoofstone. I can't believe, by the way, Zephyr finding an Iron Witchery is just such good luck for him, isn't it?
The best item for Trin.
Literally, I think
That item and the repair kit.
repair kit is good. I think there's a 1-3-5, right? The one item you want in tier 1 is going to be, of course, the Ironwood Tree. The 3 is a repair kit, and the 5 is whatever the upgraded meteor hammer is, right? The blink meteor hammer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's it.
I know the name. I don't know the name, but I know what it does.
Yeah.
You rarely see the item.
You rarely see. I mean, and the reason why this is so strong, of course, is because it's an additional 50% damage on the Nature's Grasp if it's touching a tree, which, of course, it always will be if you have an Ironwood Tree. So good.
Plant a tree.
Just plant a tree. This one got to the base though. Oh, there's the jump. A good one after that as they're going to be going to everything here onto Cuckoo. Look at him to force that away. Can they kill him though? Arrow walking him through. They will commit quite a bit as Supernova on the back line.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Is it going to be enough? It will actually. The edge connecting onto 2. Down goes Cuckoo. Chen as well has died as the dust will be here. Shepard. It's kiting out the Lycan, which means that
Radiant's
Miguel
top
is getting
tower
just
is
ran
under
down by
attack.
Abed, and he is going to be eaten alive by the fish. The heals are coming through, but it's not going to be nearly enough to keep him alive, unfortunately. Now Song of the Siren will get used. As Carl pops the PK.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Eats a stun, but then eats a dog as well. As he's going to go onto my pro, and a triple kill for Abed and the GG. I mean, I guess it was an all or nothing fight there, huh?
I
That was their last
nothing
hurrah.
but my
Dire
sadness.
victory.
Something with their some fight and stuff there.